Hey guys! First off, to start this video, I want to say thank you so much for all of the love and support everyone gave me on my first video. I was obviously very nervous, and just all of the love and all of the support showed me that there was nothing to really be nervous about. Like, I was nervous for no reason, and I just want to thank you guys so much. And I really hope that you guys enjoyed it. I'm really glad that the people who told me that they enjoyed it really enjoyed it. And I'm super excited to start making more videos for y'all. I'm sorry it's taken me this long to make another one, but I lost my voice, so I couldn't film. So for today's video, I showed you my full drugstore foundation routine. That's drugstore foundation, concealer, bronzer, blush, all of that. I picked up a couple new items from the drugstore to try out, and I actually really like them. I got a lot of requests in my last video whenever I posted it. I got a lot of people DMing me on Instagram and some people on Twitter and everything saying that they wanted to see more affordable looks. So I thought it would be fun to do a full face of drugstore makeup, and I really like the way that it turned out. Not that I don't ever use drugstore. That's like, I would say about, well, I have a lot of drugstore makeup and I use a lot of drugstore makeup. So if you would like to see how I got this, then just keep watching. Okay, to start out, we're gonna prime. I've been going back and forth on whether I should use this primer or not because I actually just picked it up last night, but I figured it'd be cool to kind of try it out with you all and see how I feel about it. First thing, how I feel about this primer, I had to go and pick up a contour and a highlight last night from the drugstore because those were the only two things that I don't have that are drugstore. And it just so happened that Wet n Wild had a sale where you could get 3 for $10. So I also picked up this primer. It's the Photo Focus Water Drop Primer in Rose. It says that it is a revolutionary cream to water formula, hydrates and locks down moisture, and blurs the appearance of pores. Now, the primer that I usually use from the drugstore is the Soap & Glory One Heck of a Blot, and that one does really good. You're looking for a good drugstore primer for your pores. But the One Heck of a Blot is a really good blurring primer from the drugstore. So I might go in with that one over top of this one. It just depends on how it makes my pores look. Going with about that much. I did swatch this last night on the back of my hand just to see, you know, the texture and everything, and it's really weird. It actually feels like water once you put it on and rub it in. I take a mirror and just focus that in my T-zone. Okay, we're just gonna rub that all in, and we're just gonna rub all that in, and like the texture, it's so weird. I really hope this works good because I really like the way that it feels. And I need a lot of moisture right now because I've been a little bit sick. Allergies, I don't know. This Tennessee weather, you know, you feel me. So I think I'm gonna go in on top of it with the One Heck of a Blot, just in the places that I really need some blurring. And I'm just taking the tiniest bit of that because I already have primer on. I'm gonna focus that in the places where my pores are the most visible. And you really want to press that in so that it can get deep into those pores and really fill them. Okay, this next step isn't really necessary, and I don't do this every day at all. I just really want to be a little bit extra glowy today because it's Valentine's Day. Unfortunately, I have to work tonight, so I'm not going on any hot date with Jimmy or anything. We're just going to work, but I do still want to look good. So I'm going to go in with this L'Oreal True Match Lumi Glow. This is in the shade Daybreak, and what I like to do with this, I like to put it on underneath my foundation. It's a little bit too oily, in my opinion, to put on your foundation. It kind of breaks it up, but underneath it works really well. I'm just going to take a couple of the drops on this little palette and pick up a little bit on the tip of my finger, and we're going to work that into our cheekbones, maybe a little bit on the nose, just any place that you want to be a little bit more illuminated. And this is a really good liquid highlight from the drugstore, like super good. Like, look at that. Are you kidding me? Wow. It's not going to look super intense underneath your foundation. It'll just help give a little bit of glow. Gonna put a little bit on the tip of my nose, down the bridge, and right there. Okay, now that we're looking a little dewy. I didn't wet my sponge. Oh gosh. Okay. This is the real Okay, I wet my beauty sponge. This is the Real Techniques beauty sponge. And I'm gonna go in with probably my favorite foundation at the moment out of my high-end and drugstore foundations. This is the L'Oreal Infallible 24-Hour Fresh Wear Foundation. It is one of the best foundations I've ever tried. It's not too matte, it's not dewy, it's not really satin either. It's a little bit more on the matte side, but I have very oily skin, and whenever I say very oily skin, like, it is crazy how much oils this face produces, okay? Like I work in a hot restaurant and I'm running around to tables all night, and by the end of the night this foundation still looks flawless. But with this foundation I take 2 pumps and I'm putting on the same little palette that I put my drops on. And then I'm going to take my sponge, dip it in, and you want to focus your coverage on the center of your face and move it out. So I'm going to start on my nose and I'm going to move outwards, and you want to pounce. You don't want to swipe, you just want to do a little pouncing. And a little bit of this goes a long way. You definitely don't want to cake it on. Next, we're gonna go in with concealer, and my favorite concealer from the drugstore at the moment is the Revolution Makeup Conceal and Define Concealer. This is the one that's supposed to be a dupe for the Tarte wow, why can I not say Tarte Shape Tape? Tarte Shape Tape. Shape Tape concealer, which I really think it is because I have the Tarte Shape Tape right here, and I've been reaching for this one a lot more. I still reach for my Tarte Shape Tape. I still love that one. But I'm gonna go in and we're going to conceal these under eye bags from not sleeping. With this one, a little goes a long way with this product as well. It's very high coverage. You don't want to put too much or you're gonna look really cakey underneath your eyes. So we're gonna do just a little bit, and same on the other eye. I really like to focus it right in here because I get really dark right there for some reason, real dark. And before we go and conceal anywhere else, we're gonna blend out this. All right, now that we have a nice bright under eye, we're gonna go in and conceal and brighten up the rest of our face. And for that, you're gonna wanna go in on your forehead. I just do 2 lines like that, and then we go on the tip of the nose, a little bit on the bridge, Cupid's bow, and chin. And I like to go in the creases of my nose because they get really red. And go in and blend all that out. All right, now what I'm going to do now is bake, and for that I've really been liking the Maybelline Fit Me Loose Powder. This one is in 05 Fair. I just take some in the cap. There's a lot in there. I didn't mean to get that much. And look how bad my eyelids are creased. That's nice. But what you want to do is you want to go in and you want to make sure that you have no creases whatsoever anywhere before you bake, because if you put the bake powder on over top of creases, it's just going to set the crease and you're not going to be able to get rid of the crease. All right, and what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to pick up some product on your sponge and press that in. I like to do my under eyes, my smile lines, because I get really bad smile lines, my forehead, and I'll do my nose sometimes. I don't do it a lot because I'm not really good at contouring my nose to begin with. So we'll just see. Let me take this and just a tad on my chin. Before I go in with bronzer, contour, blush, and all of that, I usually do my brows and eyes first. So I'm going to go and do that real fast, and I'll come right back and I'll show you the rest of my makeup. I'll be right back. Okay, I went in and did my eyes, brows, and mascara, and I dusted off the bake after I got my eyeshadow on the top done. Now I look super powdery, so I'm going to go in with a little bit of setting spray. This is the Milani Make It Last setting spray. This one's a really good one from the drugstore. And I'm going to spray my face real fast before I go in with bronzer, just to help the powders that are already on my face sink in a little bit. Okay, and for bronzer, I have two options from the drugstore, but I picked up a new one yesterday because it caught my eye and it was on sale. I picked up this one from Wet n Wild. It's their Color Icon bronzer. It's in the shade Ticket to Brazil. And for bronzer, I go in with this same big fluffy brush, and let's just go in. Let's see how it looks. Okay, so oh my gosh, Jimmy, if you slow-mo that. The bronzer is okay. I don't know, it's okay, it's not bad, and for the price it's great, and it has a nice little sheen to it, and I wanted to be glowy today, so it's helping me be glowy. A good bronzer, a good blush, a good highlight isn't going to fade throughout the day. It's going to stay exactly how it was whenever you put it on. It's not bad. It'll work. And honestly, if you don't like crazy bronzer, this will be really good for you. And for contour, I had to go and pick this up last night too, because I've been using my Lorac Pro palette for a while now, and I haven't felt the need to get a drugstore contour, because once you find one that you like, you just like it. This is the Wet n Wild contour palette. It comes with a little like banana shade and then a contour shade. I'm just going to take my contour brush, dip into that, and contour. Wow, actually, I really like that bronzer and contour. Look at that. That looks nice. Ooh, who is she? Bronzy, a little bit of glow. Wow. And I like to go in with my highlight before I do my blush, because I feel like the blush helps blend in the highlight with the contour. And I picked this up yesterday too. This is another Wet n Wild. As you can tell, I think Wet n Wild has great products from the drugstore. Oh my god, I'm sorry for you having to edit out all of these Jimmy. We're gonna dip into that, and we know how I am about my highlight, so just go crazy. Now we're gonna go in with blush, and for blush I'm gonna go in with this Milani blush. This is the Blossom Time Rose, and I'm gonna take a little angled brush, dip into that, and we're gonna put it on the apples of our cheeks and work our way out. Very light hand. There's a net. Wow, I really like the way that that turned out. You know, I can't be putting my arms up with this black shirt. It washes me out. Now I'm going to spray my face again with the setting spray. And while my face is still wet, I'm going to go back in with that highlight. And I'm going to go on the tip of my nose, the bridge of my nose, on my Cupid's bow, and a little bit on my chin. So I'm going to go in with my lips real fast, and then I'll be back to show you everything put together. Okay, so this is the finished look. I really like how everything turned out. I feel like everything's looking good. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Okay, yeah, I think that's good. Bye.